Hey champions, it's Sid. I have the entire game design team with me today, and in today's video we're actually going to be going over the redesign of one of the cards that we put up in Discord for the future leaguers to debate on what they want to see for new ideas, because the card as itself, a lot of people weren't super happy with it, so I thought it would be great if everyone had a chance to try to redesign it with the design limitations that I had, which was you have the artwork already. You know it's a 3-chi card, it has to be in Thymos, and it has to be a defensive card. So, beside me we got Carl, Lionel, and JC. So the 5 ideas that we're going to be debating about, and I thought we'll just do this as a live debate. They are lowering the cost, that came from Alex. Another idea was to take a creature from the board and bring it to a spot adjacent to you, again from Alex. We had the idea of doing something that's similar to Mythical Protection before one of your summons. And who came up with that idea? You came up with that idea? Then we had the idea of dealing 2 damage over killing the creature at the end of turn, and I think that came from Shahan. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that name wrong. And then the last was the rebound idea, rebounding a summon that you beckoned. So, do you know who suggested that? Again, Carl. Seems kind of unfair that the game designer was kind of sitting in that conversation pitching new ideas. C'est la vie. Alright, so which are the thoughts? What's everyone thinking about this?
Well, we're looking at a defensive card. I do like the idea of bringing a creature back towards you, but we would have to bind it. Because if we have it from anywhere in the board, it leaves the card far too open for a 3-chi. I can pull your creature to me anywhere on the board and kill it, or get my creature out of a very bad situation.
Well, yeah, because for a 3-chi card, you could then take someone off of a Stone Protector, couldn't you?
Yes, you could.
Yeah.
Or bring the Stone Protector.
Stone Protector, yeah, okay. So that kind of nerfs that, right?
Yeah, for sure. I like the idea of returning creatures back. It creates... It would be nice from a defensive side and a utility side to it, too. So
save that big creature you're about to get killed. I'll just bring it back to my hand and I can repurpose it, really.
Especially with Desperation coming out and whatnot, so
but one
interesting to work with that.
My one concern about that is, as a whole, I know we've used the terminology of doing something that you've beckoned, so like in Decoy or some mechanics, this is creature you've beckoned, but I don't like using that terminology too much. I think it removes the aesthetics of the idea that these creatures are independent from you. So if you use the pure sense of the wording, then you're just creating rebound at 3-chi. But if you use it in the summon you've beckoned, I don't know. It's the fact that we don't have the keyword allies yet. If we had that keyword in the game, which we're planning for future sets, then I think that rebound idea could be a lot better in that regards. So I'm personally on the side. I like the idea. I think it'd be really cool, but maybe just tabling it for a little while until we get that keyword, because then we can do it right.
Yes.
And I'd rather hold off and do the card right compared to just getting it out there.
What about the Mythical Protection idea? Like, Mythical Protection is still a great lower chi card when you're getting targeted. How many times have we played that to save our own creature?
So target summon within your card name's awareness cannot be targeted by spells until the end of the round?
Maybe spells. Attack.
Or cast abilities.
Cast abilities, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind that ability, but I'm not sure how it works with the way the art's laid out.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't always... The art doesn't scream to me Mythical Protection, but...
Oh, I'm off camera.
You're always off camera. We're both at the corners, that's why. What about the aura reduction, then?
So, I was talking to Will about this card last night, and one of the things I really loved about it is just say you and your opponent were facing off against each other. So you're head-to-head, you're fighting your Fong and your Erica, and you're like, I just need a little bit of space. I need one round to just run. So there's a lot of cards that allow you to do that. You can take 2 steps back and then do a backflip, but having a 3-chi where you could take 2 steps back and then drop a summon right in front of you during your end phase. I think that would be really cool, because then it just creates a wall. Having it at a lower aura slot makes it a little bit better, because then you're not just wasting aura. Because the whole entire debate of why people don't like this is because you could just deck a Silver Leg Recluse. It's 4 aura, and if your opponent doesn't kill the Silver Leg, then you get to keep the Silver Leg. Most of the game it's playable, but then this becomes extremely situational in situations where you're just trying to run or create some space. If we made it the same cost as Silver Leg, you don't get to keep the summon. There's no way to keep the summon.
No.
And it'll just end up becoming that wall. So it allows you to run two spots back, or the other thing is locking people in, right? If you can be in a position and be like, just so I can point out the board. So if you're here, your opponent's here, and you don't want them to go that way, and you just create, run two spots forward and then create summon there. Now they can't go that way; they have to go this way.
It's still a target for Lambs to the Slaughter as well at the end of the day,
yeah.
too. You could be getting a target, drop this, and lambs it out, and you might potentially save yourself from the damage.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I still think the card has a lot of utilities, even if the summon's being sacrificed at the end of turn.
I think it's the debate with all of our 3 cheats. There's a lot of our 3 cheats we all overlook. Even as game designers, I overlook my 3 cheats a lot.
Yeah.
And realize after the fact that they're actually much more powerful than I give them.
So now it comes down to two options. One is lowering the cost. The other is making it a hard just deal the creature 2 damage compared to sacrificing it at the end of turn. So my concern with the dealing 2 damage is that it creates too much utility for this card. There's so many ways to get around that. You just need to drop a River Nigh, and then beckon the summon on the River Nigh, and then all of a sudden you got the Swift Speed 3 creature at 3G. There's so many little things you can do to add utility to the card. So that's my concern about it. Any yays on that regards? Anyone who...
River Nigh would just... Again, it would nerf that 2 damage. I've played stacks of River Knives before and throwing creatures on them, little utility guys, and now become the biggest creature going. So
or long.
or long.
Yeah. I'm in favor of the reducing the cost. I think it still keeps with the same flavor, so I kind of like that idea.
It gives it the utility for the 3 that we need, and kind of keeps it still closed enough that it's that specific situation card that we need.
Carl?
How low?
How low can you go?
What is it at right now? Does anyone know off the top of their head?
I believe it's 10, isn't it?
I want to say something around there.
I
I think it should be roughly around the cost of Silverlight. So then you're debating, do you want the Swift Speed summon wall? Or do you need a meat shield, or do you need a creature? What is your deck lacking more? And I think for some people, the meat shield is more what they're looking for. For other people, it's actually the body. And then if it's around the same cost as Silverlight, so 4 to 5 aura, I think at that point it becomes very playable. Yeah. So my consensus will drop the cost, but the grasp idea just way too powerful for a 3 card.
Yeah.
The mythical protection, great mechanic. I think the artwork just didn't fit it. So maybe we can find that in Origins. We can slot that into Origins.
Yeah.
The 2 damage instead of the kill. I think that's something that can have to be slotted in Origins at a higher chi slot. Being able to Swift Speed bring out a creature, but deal it 2 damage at the end of turn could be a really cool way. Or give it decay.
Yeah, decay would be cool.
Something similar to that, right?
Some negative feedback.
We're not swifting in Scorpion. My God, no.
No, none of that nonsense. And then the rebound, I think once we get the keyword allies, which is slotted for the set after Origins return. Yeah. So I think that's the best slot for that. All right.
Cool.
That's today's video. I hope everyone enjoyed that. We try to keep this as organic as possible. It's just I didn't give the game design team a lot of time to think about this. I was like, okay, we're going to do this video, and I want you to debate this live. So this was us actually debating it live. That's everything for today's update. I will catch everyone tomorrow. All right, bye.